This new energy that we're working with, we can broadcast anywhere around in the world.
And you can do it for any purpose. In fact,
seemingly.
When I first came in well, it wasn't the first time I saw you in a room, but I remember was about 8 years ago, and it was at a private gathering having to do with brain state technology and shifting brain states through an advanced kind of neurofeedback. And that device was being talked about at that time. Just to give us an idea, why were you there? What were you looking at in terms of broadcast at that time?
Well, at that point in time, it was Lee Gerdes and I were trying to find a match between our two things. He had a technology in hand. I had one I've been working on for a long time, but allowed us to get into other levels of reality. And so I thought that one could condition the space where he is doing his work, and he would be able to do many, many more things than as it is now. I mean, he's doing wonderful things as it is, but we can go far beyond that. It's the conditioning of the space that's important. It turns out that the space, we got these wonderful experimental results, and then we said, okay, now let's look at the space itself. And so we did a whole bunch of experiments, and we got magnetic effects that are just, you can never get them in our normal distance-time reality. They just don't happen, because in this, we have only magnetic dipoles in our normal distance-time reality, and we were getting effects that could come from magnetic monopoles, okay, which had been studied around the world by scientists, spending billions of dollars to find magnetic monopoles.
What is the significance in layperson's terms?
Okay, in layperson's terms, we have electric charges. Most people know about positive and negative charges. Those are monopoles, all right? If they interact, that would be a dipole. So mainly it's an electrical system in this world. So movement of electric charge, which is current, that induces a magnetic field in the space.
And that field can be impregnated with...
But it's always a dipole field. At our normal reality, all the magnetism is dipoles, all right? But a magnetic monopole all by itself, people looked for, they didn't find. They said, therefore, it should occur because of symmetries in physics, but it didn't. They said it didn't because they didn't on the experiments. But the experiments were never in a conditioned space. They didn't change the consciousness of the space. We changed the consciousness of the space. We found we could get information entanglement. We found we could get coherence lengths that were the whole room and larger.